Salutations and good morrow everyone, and welcome back to another Grounded video where today we are celebrating 2 years of Grounded. Yes, we are jumping in and doing a little bit of a birthday celebration for Grounded today because the Obsidian team is doing their birthday celebration today, 9 days early from when the original Grounded release would have gone out back on July 28th, 2020. So that makes it 2 years ago. Now, technically, the first Grounded video for the Sim-Alot channel did not come out until July 30th, so we are a few days off. But because they are celebrating today, I thought let's hop in and let's also celebrate today, help them out, and get more people the word on what's going on with Grounded, and also just take a look back at everything that's happened on the Sim-Alot channel in the last 2 years with Grounded in mind. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to talk about the number of videos that I have made. I have made over 100 videos. I think it's 109 in general that I've made. I have had over 200 streams. I think it's 247 streams that I have done for Grounded. I have had millions of views thanks to all of you guys, and really, all in all, my life has changed completely because of the game of Grounded. I am very proud to say that I made it this far thanks to this game, and that I'm going to keep on going. One thing I do want to do before we hop in and look at some other things, like we're going to be looking at the first base I ever built in Grounded. We're also going to be going back and checking out a few minutes of the first video I ever did on Grounded. I want to just take a quick peek into some of the things that you guys have been telling me recently, and then also a little piece of special news as well. So first of all, little piece of information. A lot of you guys have been coming to me recently on all of my older videos and telling me, Sir Sim, this isn't the way you do this anymore. This is old. This doesn't make any sense anymore. Can you go back and redo this? This isn't where the Coltana is. This isn't how you get the Mint Mace anymore. How do you go and get the Salt Morning Star? This armor isn't good anymore. This has changed. This has changed. This is no longer in this location. So a lot of my how-to videos are going to be redone, especially with the launch of 1.0 coming out in just a few short months. In fact, a month and a half from now, 2 months around this time, the 1.0 version of Grounded should launch in September. Really excited for that. So I thought I'd go through and do some updates on some of my older videos that all of you guys have seen. I'm also going to be doing some base building location videos for all of you. I'm going to be doing some tip videos for all of you. And I'm going to be doing, well, I should say beginner and advanced tip videos for all of you. And then I'm also doing a final complete breakdown of the story so far before the 1.0 launch. Now, a lot of these will probably be redone once the 1.0 launch happens, if anything changes from the way that this is. But you guys need to remember that they have made a lot of these changes to the game to make sure that all these are ready for the 1.0 launch. So do I think a lot of these are going to change? No. Some of it might, and whatever does, I'll make sure that I get it covered. But so that is that little piece of special news for you guys as well. There will be another video that is going to be coming out later on this evening that is going to be going over all of the special information that's given out from their birthday stream that the Obsidian team is doing today. So I thought that would be really cool. We're going to go through, we're going to analyze those videos that they're showing off, all the sneak peek info and all of that, to go through and show you guys what is going to be coming in 1.0, including new armors and stuff like that. So lots of really cool info there. So make sure you guys have your bell notification set to all, so when that video comes out, you guys don't miss that one, because sometimes Grounded just does that. But let's hop in now into Grounded and let's check out one of my first bases. In fact, the first base I ever built inside of Grounded. All right, so here I am in my original map that I started in Grounded when it first released back in July of 2020. This is where I had my first streams. This is where I built my first bases and everything like that. And I have kept this map through all of the updates that have happened all the way up until now, and this is where my map holds. Now, as much as I would love to say that this is my first base, or that my castle that's over there is my first base, that is not true, even in the slightest. Like all of you, I started with a very small building. It's actually that little tiny red building that's over there that's 300 centimeters away. I'm gonna run over there now, and we're gonna check it out. Now, I will say, on my way over here, now that I'm thinking about it, Grounded was a lot different back then when I started playing. There wasn't as many bugs. There was no brood mother. There was no black ants, no second or third ant hills. There was only the abandoned ant hill and the red ant hill, now dubbed the western ant hill. There was no wood pile. There was no sandbox area. There was no trash pile. There was a sandbox, but it was just an empty box surrounded by wood. It wasn't that cool red thing we have now. The haze was very basic. There was no haze base there. The hedge base looked a heck of a lot different than it originally looks now. And all in all, a lot of my bases have kind of been swallowed up by things as I've built over time. But all in all, here we are in... What's going on over here? Will you guys knock it off? Oh, is this my... What is even happening right here right now? I can't even tell what's even happening. Well, that's grounded for you, not having any idea what's going on. But anyway, a lot of things were different back in those days when I first started playing Grounded, and I didn't really understand everything for Grounded when I first started. In fact, my first video, I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to watch through it and listen to it because it's 10 tips and tricks for Grounded, and I'm going to see which ones of them are good and which ones are not. But this is my first base for Grounded. This is the first base I ever built. It had no floor, mind you. It was completely made out of grass. I was raided by wolf spiders in this base. They came through and destroyed my base to eat me. You could see that I had no sense of style or organization. There's no organization in any of these. Most of the items that are in these baskets have been in here since the first weeks I played the game. So some old stuff inside of here. Some of my first weapons I ever had and stuff like that. A cooking spit was put in here because it was my first source for light before I put a torch up. All of that. This was my first base. You could tell because not even the roof is complete right here. And the roof over on this side is all sorts of funky. So this is my first base I ever made in Grounded. It was a lot of fun. And to think that this base has survived for 2 years and is going to make it into 1.0, I hope that they don't go through and destroy everybody's bases. But as long as they don't, this base will come with me into 1.0. And I think I may do a celebratory blowing it up once the 1.0 launch happens and I start over. And I may end up deleting this world. But this world has been with me for 2 years. So lots of fun and fond memories here. But let's hop on over now and let's look at my first video I ever loaded for Grounded. All right, so here we are taking a peek at my original first YouTube video for Grounded. What it was the ultimate 10 best tricks and tips for beginners to survive in Grounded, a new survival game. It was a lot of fun to go through and make this because I thought I knew a whole lot because I had been streaming this game. Not my first video, but I streamed this game before I actually made videos on it. And to my surprise, the video actually did pretty well. But this is going through and showing you guys a couple things. First of all, I do want to comment saying that my goatee was absolutely fantastic at this point, and I hope that I can grow it back out to that length again very, very soon. But let's go through and let's look at my tips. So my 10 tips that I took incredibly too long to announce, 27 minutes in fact it took me to go through them, was, first of all, pick up everything, make your axe, blocking things, water, building a workbench, gathering up sap, building yourself some armor. We'll go look at that in a little bit here. Keeping your health up, which is probably healing items came after that. Stamina regeneration, the aphid slippers, and I think that's it. Yeah, the aphid slippers all the way to the end. So let's go through and talk about these for a moment while we're running around in the background here. So first things first. Picking up everything. Picking up everything is still a valuable thing to do right away in the beginning of the game. It does work for beginners, I will say that. This is really strange for me to have two of me on the screen at the same time, by the way. Oh, I also had my green screen back then. I wonder what I did with that. I should have broke that thing back out for nostalgia's sake. Oh well. Anyway, so yeah, long time ago, picking up everything. Also, making an axe. Making an axe, the reason why I wanted to point this out, wow, look at video quality just kind of tanked there. Here, let's see if we can get that better. Here we go. Okay, so anyway, making an axe. Oh God, it's still not better. But anyway, making an axe is still important. It's a good first weapon. Good first weapon to start with. It's a fast weapon. Blocking's pretty good with it. But I'd probably drop it from my list of top 10 best tips because making an axe is up there, but you need to do it anyway for the story. So that's not really a tip. You kind of have to do it anyway. The next one is blocking. Going through and explaining the importance of blocking is what I did here. This was actually a super valuable tip as well. Blocking is super important. Look at the way that grounded was back then. This goes back and this shows the baseball area over here didn't change that much. It's behind where you are right now that changed a little bit more with the giant footprint. But anyway, the boot print is not there. You can see that. That's really creepy. But anyway, going through blocking is still super important. More importantly is learning perfect blocking. Perfect blocking would have been a more valuable thing to explain. Going and getting water, this is not a beginner tip. Okay, maybe a beginner tip would be showing you guys where to go get purified water, which would have been dewdrops, not this nasty water that you would drink now that would make you sick for time in and time out. Workbench, building a workbench, that's not really a tip. It's just something you do. Sap, important, but is it really a tip? Armor, good one to go through. Armor's a fantastic one to go through. Health, keeping your health up, probably important. It's important. So I think I knew what I was talking about. Healing items. Healing items were a lot different back then. You only had a couple of them and you could make smoothies out of anything. You didn't need a base smoothie ingredient. You just make smoothies out of anything. Stamina. Stamina is an important one, but stamina has been completely reworked since this point. And then aphid slippers. Aphid slippers were really important back in the day because they did give you a speed boost. But speed is not key in Grounded. Survival is key in Grounded. So all in all, pretty good. Video quality definitely has improved slightly since then. But all in all, I think that this is a fun, successful video that I made way back in July 30th, 2020. The first video I loaded. Now, the first stream that I did is a little bit different. All right, guys, and this is my first stream that I did back in July 28th, 2 days before I made that video. I had a couple people join me for this stream, but inside of this stream, you can actually watch me build my first base in Grounded. This was actually me building it, going through, gathering the materials, going through and being raided by a wolf spider. It actually happens in this stream. You can watch it. And this was back on July 28th. This was 8 days after the game came out of early access. In fact, I believe that this was the day it came out from its 30-minute test periods. It had like a 30-minute trial period where you were able to go through, play the game for 30 minutes, and then restart. And I never made a video or stream during that time, but what I did end up doing was making this stream right as the game actually came out and we could play it for more than 30 minutes at a time. I was joined by a few friends. It was a really, really good time. But all in all, Grounded as a whole has always been a good time to me. It's always been really fun. I had a great time playing this game back when I was playing it. This game has changed a lot. You can go through and just by looking at the map from me running around in these older streams, the game has changed a lot. And I think that I've changed a lot in the time that I've played Grounded. It's been a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun back then playing it, and I still have a lot of fun even through now, which is why I'm going through making all those updated videos and cannot wait see where Grounded goes in 1.0. But that's it, guys. That's what's going to do it for today. That is my Grounded 2-year video. I might make a little post on Twitter or maybe a quick short on the channel of a difference between then and now. Just going through and saying, you know, hey, this is what's changed. This is how I do things now or whatever. I don't know. But we'll do something on the actual 28th. But thank you guys all so much for watching this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.